Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Peteman Reviews. Today we have the Transformers Generations version of Cliffjumper and the little mini guy who's called Suppressor. After the gun, of course, although I suppose he has the additional thing that he transforms into a gun and can suppress the enemy. Now, the Generations version of Cliffjumper, certainly in the car mode, owns quite a lot to the Transformers Prime version, whereas the robot is a little bit more like the G1 guy, so it's kind of a bit of a cross between them. And being a Generations Transformer, it's kind of a little bit in the between as well. Okay, so we'll start with Suppressor. Now, his transformation is very, very simple. It is basically a car or a gun. He does have a robot mode, though. So what you do with Suppressor is that. And now he's in his robot mode. So when I say simplistic transformation into robot mode, I kind of mean nothing whatsoever. Well, I suppose you move his arms out. But yeah, basically you just take him from there and you stand him upright. Okay, so we won't dwell on that because it's rubbish, but bear in mind that this is really a gun. Or a car. He's not really anything more than that, so the fact you get something more for that is a bonus. Now, Cliffjumper already has a gun, so quite why they felt the need to give him another one, I do not know. Okay, so transforming wise, now if you look at the underneath of it, you can see how it works. You've got feet at the front, head at the back. So what you need to do is just flip this in half like that. This then all comes apart, so on. You need to move these so these come out here, move it so these come out here, and these will all move all the way down to form the legs. In fact, you can see you've got this back part here which comes down, flips like that. This all rotates around, this all rotates around as well. Obviously it's partially transformed at this stage, just to get it as we go. Feet come down. Feet come down. So you get the idea of what we're looking at here. You've got knees here, you've got the chest here. The arms aren't done yet, because as you can see, this is his actual hand. Don't go like that. So, what we have to do is rotate round and like that. So you end up with this wheel on the outside there and the hand out. So, same again on this side. You rotate this up, round, keep rotating it round, and then you end the arm like that. And that's it. It's a simple transformation because it is a cheaper point transformer. Still pretty decent at modelling effect there. As you can see, the head's very, very reminiscent of the G1 character. And he's got great manoeuvrability and articulation. So you've got full leg movement, you've got a knee on there as well. Arms have got full range of movement. They pop right off just like that. Don't worry if it does, it's a ball joint, so it will just pop back in, he says. There we go. Full range movement with the arms. He has elbows as well, so he's got excellent movement. Yeah, something as small as this, it just shows what they can do now with Transformers nowadays. And then the gun, so we'll just pop it into this hand. You can hold it in either hand. And you notice there's two little holes on there. It doesn't make, this one doesn't actually do anything. It's too small to go in here and too small to go in here. However, I think, this will fit in Suppressor. So Suppressor can hold it, but it just looks ridiculous, doesn't it? I bet he'll overbalance as well. What a surprise there. So Suppressor can hold the gun, but why, I just do not know. Anyway, we'll put it back where it should be with Cliffjumper. Now, we're not quite done yet. Suppressor is effectively a triple changer, as he has a gun mode as well. So this is the handle. So what we need to do, that's the actual gun barrels here. Flip this like that, so it all comes apart there, and then you keep going back like that. So what you now have is the gun barrels at the front and the handle there, and this is effectively the rear of the gun, and then Cliffjumper will hold it like so. I have to say, it's not the most convincing of weapons, because it looks very much like a robot on the front, and underneath it still looks like a robot, so it's not the most convincing of weapons. But hey ho, given it's kind of a freebie that comes with it, I mean it's not a freebie, it's included in the price, but effectively it's a freebie that comes with it, because let's face it, you buy Cliffjumper for Cliffjumper, you don't buy him because he's got a fancy kind of triple changer, though it's a bit dubious, gun. You buy it for Cliffjumper. In terms of Cliffjumper himself, yes, it's actually a great little toy. When you look at the level of detail, the level of articulation, you know, it's stuff like this that you really wish Transformers was coming out not in the 1980s, but now, or in the 2000s, because only now have they actually got the technology to give you that kind of detail that in the 80s was very chunky and, you know, not so much movement. Well, comparing with Shrapnel there, so a similar sort of height, similar sort of price point, and yeah, Shrapnel's arms go up and down, and that's it. His arms go up and down. He's got some very nice chrome, I'll give him that, but that's it, the arms go up and down. You look at someone like Cliffjumper, he's got so much more detail, and that's carried on with the larger ones like Combiner Wars Hound here. You can see exactly how they work. It's the same ball joint, same level of arm movement. I mean, I know Hound's head moves, but he's a bigger Transformer, he costs a bit more, so you expect a little bit, but there's not much that the big guy can do that the little guy can't. So yeah, he's definitely worth picking up. Ignore the little robot gun. The little robot gun is actually very much going back to how Transformers used to be, which possibly is why it's been included, I guess. It's a bare minimum to make it a Transformer. Absolutely a bare minimum to make it a Transformer. So it's kind of how they used to be, you know, when he's a robot, his arms waggle up and down, but yeah, it's not really a Transformer at all. Whereas Cliffjumper is what you can do now. He is the future with all the levels of movement, articulation on something that small. It's impressive. And in terms of the actual robot himself, I have to say he looks more like Prime version than the G1 version. Perhaps even in this mode, though this mode does bear distinct G1 elements with the horns and that, and the way the chest is. The arms are more Prime version than the G1 version. But hey, it's called Generations, it's not called G1, so I think that's allowable. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave any comments below, click on the links to some more videos, and subscribe to keep updated as we move through the rest of the series. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.